Hey guys, welcome to a public YouTube reading. I'm really excited to do this one. I haven't been able to just focus on a YouTube reading for a little while, but today we're going to have a look at your general Cancer season predictions. So we're coming up to Cancer season, coming to a close of Gemini season. And we're going to open it up and see what's in store for you guys. So I've got 3 charms here in front of us. So group 1 is this feather. Group 2 is the little plain charm. And group 3 is the key. So pause the video if you need to and take some time to feel where your intuition is pulling you. And then I will see you in the corresponding video. And also, if you do like this reading, in a couple of days on my Patreon, there's a more detailed look. So I do that as a monthly reading on Patreon for the Unobtrusive and the VIP package. So they get a look at Cancer season in a lot of detail. So we break it down into what's happening in terms of love. We break it down into what's happening in terms of finances / career. And we also have a look at your energy and your spiritual side of things as well for the month of, well, for the season of Cancer. So if you're interested in that, definitely go and check that out. My link to my Patreon is down below. But now we'll get straight into the general predictions. Hi group 1, hope you guys are doing well. So you guys picked the feather charm and we're going to get into your Cancer season predictions. So what's happening for group 1 during Cancer season, please? Cancer season predictions for group 1. Oh, that was a struggle to get that one out. So first up, we've got number 16, the Royal You. What else do we have for Cancer season predictions for group 1, please? Not going to take that many. Group 1, Cancer season predictions, please. Number 49, Willing Release. And number 17, the Storyteller. Okay. Okay, so the bottom deck energy here is number 7, which is a deep breath. So we've got a 7 card here. 1 and 6 is 7. We've got another 7 showing up here and another 7 showing up here. So the number 7 for me is just like really about spirituality, and, you know, opening up to your spiritual side. It can mean, like, I think of the 7th chakra, so the crown chakra. So I think, you know, crown, wisdom, higher self, higher power, things of that nature, with all of that 7 representation. But what I kind of see here, I'm kind of viewing this almost as a little bit of like reclaiming your power back over something. The royal you is almost like acknowledging and appreciating your worth. You know, if you're viewing yourself as royal, it's like you've crowned yourself, you've found who you are, you've found your self-worth, you've found your confidence, and you're not afraid to shine. And this could be as a result of letting something go that's had some power over you or that's held you back in some way. There's definitely something that you're willingly releasing, as it says right here. I'm just drawn to the fact that this breaks down to the number 4. So I do feel like this is something that surrounds, it could be your upbringing, it could be your like childhood home, foundation, family, those types of things. So it could be like a childhood issue that's you're needing to let go or something like that. But with this card here, I'm feeling as though like journaling and writing out how you're feeling, or just jotting down your story on paper, is going to somehow be the key in unlocking you know, your potential to see the royal you. It's almost like voicing what this is, even in the form of writing. When I think of voicing, it's just expressing in some way. I feel like if you write it down, you know, it's a way of getting it out of you. So if you're holding it within or you've suppressed it for a very long time, I feel like writing it down is a way to let it escape and to kind of free yourself from it. It seems to just unlock new potential for you. I'm just very drawn to the fact that we've got the key there. And group 3's charm is a key as well. So maybe there'll be related messages in that pile. I'm not quite sure. We'll go into that obviously when I get to group 3, but yeah, so it seems like there's definitely a need to express this, to let it go. So if it's a secret that you've held on to for a very long time, writing it down, writing your story, whether it's something that, you know, down the line you publish or not. I don't know why I said that, but maybe it's something that you end up writing in like the form of an actual novel or a book that you end up you know, putting on the market to sell. But this, yeah, it's more about just finding a way to express that truth, whether it's in the form of a story or a journal or just jotting down your thoughts. You know, getting them out of within you is the secret to, I guess, moving past this. Also with a deep breath card, obviously taking a lot of deep mindful breaths during Cancer season will be crucial. So keeping a really calm and clear mind. I definitely feel a lot of anxiety in this reading. So I think that you guys may be a little bit stressed or anxious during Cancer season. It is a bit of an emotional season as well. Cancer is a water sign. So I think that keeping centered, finding time every day to meditate and clear your mind will help you hold on to your emotions or keep a better grip on your emotions. And also finding a healthier outlet like writing will be something that will help you as well. So obviously you're going to be doing a lot of emotional release work during Cancer season from what I can see here. So I'll get into the tarot now. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite. And we'll get some further messages to see what else we can find out about this. So we'll start off with the Royal You and we'll get some clarifiers. All right, so can we please get some clarifiers on the Royal You for Group 1's Cancer season? What's going on in Cancer season with the Royal You? Temperance. So I definitely feel as though... So Temperance is all about healing, and in reverse it's blocked energy. So I feel like this is something that has been blocked for a very long time. within your subconscious field. It's like you've been so uncomfortable with this pain or this trauma that you kind of have just popped it all the way down into your subconscious, and it's just hidden there for quite a long time. It seems like you're going to have to water yourself a lot in Cancer season, and I do feel like going deep into that emotional work will be very beneficial to you while you're in that water season, when things have kind of slowed down a little bit and you have that chance to get in touch with your emotions. Okay, so the Ace of Swords just flashed itself at me, but it didn't quite come out. So there could be like an epiphany or a new way of thinking that's going to come through from this. But at the moment, that's blocked until you sort through this emotional release work. What else can you tell me about the Royal You? So we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so, I mean, the Ten of Swords in reverse is, again, that energy of something that has caused you pain for a very long time, but something that you've refused to release. Like you've almost, I was going to say purposely, but I feel like it's not really purposely. It's just, it's been too hard to deal with, so you've just sort of neglected that wound and just kept it hidden. The Two of Wands in reverse, it's definitely prevented you from taking opportunities in the past or following through with potential opportunities in the past. I feel like it's really held you back, whether you realize or not. I feel like it's definitely something that has held you back. We're going to move on to willing release. So what is it that Group 1 are releasing during Cancer season, please? I assume it will be different for everybody in Group 1, but we'll try and get a general look at what maybe the theme is. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of working towards something. It's a card of oh, I'm so sorry. It's a card of like, it can be like an apprentice starting a journey that has a lot of potential in it. It can be a card of working really, really hard. But as you can see, he's just very focused on the pentacles, the money, the material side of things. So that could be somewhat of an escape for you, is, you know, throwing yourself into work or taking on tasks and taking on more and more in that sense. Yeah, literally weighing yourself down. 10 of Wands, taking on too much, carrying too much, all as a way of avoiding this pain. So this is like a card of overwhelming responsibility, and in the upright position, this is a card of where you're ending that weight and you're going to put it all down to start a brand new cycle, a fresh new cycle. So this is, I guess, the month or the zodiac season where you face up to some pain. I'll get one more card. What are they releasing in Cancer season? What's Group 1 releasing? there's that Ace of Swords. So when you decide to finally put that weight down and accept help from somebody, whether it's a therapist, a trusted person, whether it's your journal over here, but in a sense, I feel like it's telling someone your story. So it's like, yeah, like the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands is where you finally accept help. So accepting help is what brings through that new way of thinking or a new way forward that leads you to something very successful. So I'm getting a sense that opening up in order to release an emotional issue is the secret to the new way forward. The Ace of Swords can also come in the form of a new opportunity. So like communication or information received that is in regards to a new opportunity. But ultimately what I feel like leads you to that new opportunity or that new beginning is opening up and accepting help. And as I said, whether that's a therapist, a trusted one, a journal, it's about voicing what's happened to you in one way or another in order to free yourself over the weight that holding on to it has forced you to carry. All right, so the storyteller. What else can you tell us about the storyteller? Oh, so I know why I thought that maybe this will lead to abundance now. I've just had a chance to kind of think about the card a bit more fully. And I think the reason that abundance or like making money off your story came through is that this is 1 and 7 is 8. And 8 is a number that I associate with abundance and wealth and material values. So long term, maybe you decide to tell your story in the form of a book and you get, or like a blog or some form of creative expression, and maybe you end up profiting off of it. But I don't feel like that's in Cancer season. I feel like that would be more long term. So anyways, getting sidetracked. The storyteller. What else can you tell us about the storyteller for Group 1's Cancer season? Okay, so someone may have crossed your boundaries or betrayed you, someone that you should have or would have been able to trust under normal circumstances, but this is a betrayal. So this is like deceit, it's secrets, and you seem to have been, maybe this is you carrying the weight of this secret for such a long time. And, you know, that could also be you're carrying someone else's shame or someone else's guilt, things along those lines. So, yeah, it's time to open up about this in order to heal from it in full. What else can we know about the storyteller, please, for Group 1's Cancer season? Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, this, let's just remove gender from the picture and just look at this person as a person. The Queen of Wands can be someone quite manipulative and someone that can misuse their power. They can have a way of getting what they want, even if it has to be done in dishonest or deceitful ways. So this is strongly looking like childhood trauma from someone who was very able and very good at manipulating you, I suppose. So take that as it resonates. If this doesn't sound like your reading, definitely pick another pile. I feel like it's getting quite deep. So if it's not resonating with you, then pick a different pile for sure. Don't force it to fit if you don't know that it's for you. But yeah, it's kind of looking like something pretty deep from childhood at this stage. So I'm going to get one more for storyteller, and we'll use the bottom deck to clarify a deep breath. Okay, so I guess we're getting 2 more for the storyteller. And then the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups in reverse. I'll go into that last. Whew. Let's have a look at this. So very interesting, after I started talking about childhood trauma by someone that was able to manipulate or deceive. This is like someone with like a devilish energy, someone very much in their shadow side. This is definitely giving me very this is an uncomfortable reading for me as a reader to give. I haven't really had these messages come through before, but this is I almost feel uncomfortable giving them. But I mean, if it resonates for you, it resonates. Like I said, if it doesn't, switch to another pile. But this looks like someone that was supposed to love you, who abused you in some way. So this could be like mental or emotional, it could be physical or otherwise. But this is like the King of Cups is, in this reading especially, I feel like it's someone who really misused their position or their power in your life. I'm going to leave that there. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, like I said, choose another pile. But this is definitely someone that you were meant to love or respect or trust, that misused you in some way, okay? With 7 of Cups as bottom deck, another 7 underneath that. Oh, and we've got Justice under there. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. 7 of Cups in reverse. I feel like this limited your options in life. It's like you started to become fearful of options. You know, options were unsettling. You just wanted routine, structure, and often found it difficult to like make decisions and commit to decisions and see them through. I feel like it also clouded your judgment over what was. So in this card, there's all these different options here, but this one's got a snake in it, this one's got a dragon. Like, they're not all good options. I feel like it clouded your judgment of other people or other situations, energies, and sometimes you couldn't hear your intuition coming through, and you sometimes couldn't see danger coming, or you couldn't read people very well. And it's because your boundaries were so crossed in the past. So it was difficult to find out who had good intentions and who didn't. It was difficult to trust who had good intentions and who didn't. And it may have got you into some pretty sticky situations. But it definitely seems like this is that month where you find that balance by acknowledging your truth, expressing your truth to someone that you trust. It brings that balance back. Look, we've got balanced scales, and then we've got the 2 of Pentacles in the upright, which is all about finding harmony and balance. Ooh. All about finding harmony and balance. The Sun, a happy new beginning. You know, the sun comes up after the darkest moment of the night. So it's like the sun coming out and making your experience happier again, brighter again, more abundant by overcoming this situation that has conflicted you in the past, has caused an inner conflict with you for a very long time, and it has almost made you expect conflict from others. It's like you're very skeptical of other people, and instead of connecting with people, you feel like you're always competing with people, very closed off and guarded as opposed to open and willing to connect. So I feel like that part of you is almost going through a bit of a death and rebirth, and you're going to come out the other side a lot more open and trustworthy of people, but also someone who listens to their intuition when it's not someone trustworthy as well. So we had a nice little story coming out there for us. That was cool. So that was pretty deep, group 1. I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of healing. As I said, if that doesn't feel like your reading, if you don't know of any type of this occurring in your life, then pick another pile. Don't make it fit, or don't take this for gospel and say, oh my God, I was, mistreated and I didn't know it. Definitely just take it with a grain of salt. Only take it if it resonates for you and if this speaks to you because you know that it has happened, okay? Yeah, so sending you guys a lot of love and a lot of healing, okay? Hopefully I'll see you back for another video soon. Take a lot of care of yourselves during Cancer season. Give yourself a lot of love and nurture. Find a lot of time for those deep breaths and for just getting centered. And really focus on your spirituality. We had so many of those 7s come out in the end, that spirituality, meditation, and like grounding and not really reflection, but just spiritual wellness in general is something that you should prioritize this month to help you get through. All right, guys, so hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon. Until then, take care. Bye. Hey, group 2, I hope you're doing well. So we are just briefly, I'm almost at the end of saging your space now. Group 1's pile, I'm actually going to have to put a trigger warning into the beginning of that video when I edit, because it got quite deep and could be quite triggering for some people. So I'm just going to proceed with caution for the next 2 groups and just let you know that perhaps it could get triggering, so be warned. It may not go down that direction. It may be something totally different, but just to save me having to, oh man, this is going everywhere. Just to save me having to go back in and edit it in the other piles as well, I'm just going to give it at the start, just in case. So you have been warned. All right, so I'm just going to put this away now and I'll close the window. Oh, again? No. Okay. I probably should have done that before we started, but sorry guys. All right, so getting into pile 2, you guys have chosen this cute little plane. And this will be your reading for your Cancer season predictions. So we're going to get into your oracle cards. We're going to use the Oracle of the 7 Energies. And we'll take a look at your Cancer season predictions. So what's going on in Cancer season for group 2, please? What's going on in Cancer season for group 2? Not quite sure if that was a drop or not, so I'm just going to reshuffle. Come on, guys. What have we got going on for group 2 during Cancer season, please? All right, so we've got body and soul, we've got sacred reverence, and we've got wish upon a star here. And on the bottom of the deck, tender embrace, number 22. So we've got an 11 and we've got a 22. Actually, I've been seeing 11, 22 on the clock a lot lately. Interesting. But they are both master numbers, so just something special about your reading, I guess. But what I'm really seeing here is mostly a lot of perhaps reparenting, a lot of inner child nurturing, and a lot of sort of like treating your home, your body and the earth a lot more sacred, paying a lot of attention to your body and your soul. So like nurturing your body, nurturing your soul, really sort of leaning into that spiritual side quite a bit. And just like here we have a child, and it's just a very innocent card. Like I feel like you're just kind of like Cancer season for you is like a season of nurture, self-nurture, self-love, feeling safe and feeling sacred in who you are, where you live, and really just connecting to your soul and coming into a real union with yourself and like your inner child, and getting to know yourself on a deeper level, things of that nature. I'm going to go into the tarot straight away, I think, with these and break down each card on its own. It's a very general message so far. This could definitely be like a connection coming together, or two people kind of deepening their connection if you're already with somebody. But we'll look further into that as well. But we're going to start with Sacred Reverence, which is that 47 card up here, which reduces to the 11. We're going to just ask a little bit more information about Sacred Reverence. So this is the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, hello. So we've got Ace of Cups coming out with Sacred Reverence. So it's 111 right there in the numerology. Okay, so I do feel like your heart is really opening up in Cancer season. You're going to be very in touch with your emotions. They might even be spilling out. You might be more expressive to the people that you care about, and you might be telling them more about how you feel about them. You know, life's too short not to tell people that you care about them, that type of energy. I feel like you're really leaning into that side of you for Cancer season, that watery energy, and that sort of nurturing side of Cancer energy is really going to come out for you. So I feel like your heart space is really opening up and unlocking. And I'm seeing this more as you starting to express yourself to other people and express your love to other people. But this could definitely tie in over there. I said that there was like a new beginning or a deepening in a connection. This is definitely a confirmation card to say that there could be some sort of new beginning or offer of love made in an existing connection. Or it could be someone totally new, but either way, we'll keep looking into that after. We'll get a couple more cards on Sacred Reverence first for Group 2's Cancer season. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords coming out here. You could be, okay, so you could be grieving over something from the past where there was like a disagreement or an exchange of words that were quite cutting between you and somebody else in the past. This could be coming up for you, and you could be releasing some sort of ignored emotion surrounding that. So Mercury retrograde is still kind of in effect, so you could be kind of remembering some past disagreements or some past harsh words exchanged that you're either admitting to, like admitting that you're hurt by this, or admitting or releasing some emotion about this. Or you could even be bringing love back into a situation that has turned a little bit cold or distant, or even it's like a lot of love has been lost with the Five of Swords. Like that's, yeah. So 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, if you're in a connection that has gone a little bit cold, or it's, you know, you exchanged some harsh words lately, I do feel like Cancer season is a period where you can overcome this by bringing more love into the situation. So I think it starts with first of all, bringing more love into yourself, you know, to yourself, from yourself, and, you know, reconnecting with your own body and soul. And then it's about, what can I offer the relationship now for both parties? If you're single, this message is it would probably be someone in your family member. It would, oh my God, I'm just really messing up all my words there. So I definitely think that there's been an exchange of words between possibly you and a family member or someone from like your soul family. And there weren't really any winners in this situation. It was kind of more like a battle of intellect, or a battle of mind, or like a battle of ego, and no one really won out of that situation. So I do feel like by bringing love back into it, you can repair something with this family member, friend, or what have you. But it definitely starts with some inner work and showing yourself a lot of love first. We'll go on to body and soul, the number 5. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Cups. So yeah, you can definitely bring love back into this relationship, whether it's a partner, a friend, a loved one, a family member. You can definitely bring the love and harmony back again by starting with your body and soul. You definitely need to go through a bit of a personal transformation, whether it's just a matter of rejuvenation, whether it's a matter of admitting to some faults in order to overcome them. Whatever the case is here, it starts with you. You've got to give yourself enough love to open your heart to the situation, it seems. So, but it does look like there's a good outcome. What else can you tell us about body and soul? It could be about like the way that you see yourself is affecting your relationships as well. So I feel like this is almost saying, by finding the harmony within you, that'll lead you to the harmony in relationships where you're not competing or battling. It's like you're in union and you're working together rather than working individually, if that makes sense. So there's that message again of bringing love back into the situation. So I feel like this card's about like apologies and gestures to kind of like, you know, sort of break the ice or open the lines of communication back up in a healthy way, or just soften the communication if things have been quite tense. Or if you're like single, this is probably like a conflict of the past that you're addressing. And there's something about overcoming this that is kind of bringing in a lot of love for you. And it could be in the form of a romantic partner, because I can't ignore that we've got the Knight of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles on the table, along with tender embrace. And we've got new beginnings, we've got master numbers, we've got wish upon a star, like a wish come true. And the 10 of Cups is also like a big wish come true too. So it could be new love, or it could be bringing love back into an existing relationship of some kind. One more card for body and soul. This could be even how you're being asked to view yourself, view yourself through the eyes of the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, you would imagine as someone that's quite infatuated with you, someone who has a lot of love for you. So you're being asked to kind of view yourself through the eyes of the Knight of Cups. So have a lot of love for yourself, view yourself in a loving light, in a loving manner. Eight of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, this is definitely like a reunion between an existing connection, or like a past connection. It's someone returning to you. For some people, this is just moving on from a previous way of thinking and viewing yourself, like I said. Oh, sorry guys, jeez. All right, now I've got to get this right again because I'm particular. So sorry. Funnily enough, when I just checked or like shifted the camera. It was 12:11, and we were just talking about the number 11 and the number 2 just before. Anyways, so sorry about that. Okay, so now what was I just saying? Yes, moving on and leaving behind a way that you see or view yourself or feel about yourself. So it's changing the way that you view yourself, which will help you, I guess, have more faith in others and the way they see you as well. Have I missed anything there with that? We've got a lot of Cups card coming out. So there's a lot of emotions for Cancer season. And it definitely seems like you're dealing with a lot of heart space situations and energies. So we've got the Six of Pentacles coming out here with Wish Upon a Star. So this could definitely be, if you're trying to manifest something, or if like you have a certain wish or goal that you are trying to reach, this could be a message about like the give and receive between you and the universe. So obviously when we're manifesting, we're co-creating with the universe. The universe doesn't bring it all to us on a silver platter. We need to co-create. So we need to, first of all, vision or voice our manifestations, you know, make them solid, concrete manifestations. And then we have to give a certain amount to the universe to show it, or like to start the momentum of flow. So we give some effort, you know, every day we do one small thing to apply effort to show the universe that we're serious, and then the universe gives back. It's like a give and receive with the universe. So whatever you're trying to create or manifest or work on, this is about making sure that you're giving enough to receive it in your life. It's about making sure that you're giving yourself enough. It's about making sure that you're being aware of the give and receive between those around you as well, and making sure that your life is balanced and it accurately reflects, or what's within your control accurately reflects your vision. Mercury retrograde really stuffs me up with my communication and my talking, because I'm a Virgo and Mercury rules Virgo. So, and I also have heavy Virgo placements in my birth chart. So I always stutter and mess my words up during Mercury retrograde. It's very frustrating, but I've just learned to laugh at it now. So can we get some more on Wish Upon a Star? So we'll get 2 more for Wish Upon a Star, and then we'll get the bottom deck for Tender Embrace. What can you tell us for Wish Upon a Star for group 2? All right, so if you are wishing for something, but then you're being very guarded and closed off when these things come towards you, that could be something that you need to fix. You might need to rebalance your emotions and your heart space in order to be receptive of what's coming your way. It does seem here, like with the 9 of Wands, this is a card of the wounded warrior, someone who's been through a lot and now they're very guarded about what comes towards them. You know, they almost close themselves off because they lack trust in others. So this is about sort of renewing your faith and being receptive when these opportunities come your way. It's about doing your part to drop these barriers Obviously be vigilant and be aware, use your common sense, listen to your intuition, but also be receptive and actually open up to the opportunities. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So there is an opportunity coming on the horizon for you, but you need to be open to it. But again, same message, when these opportunities come, it's up to you to take those opportunities. You know, the universe can't control your free will. Okay, so we've got the Tower underneath. Okay. Tender embrace with the Tower. There could just be something that knocks you off your feet in Cancer season. But I can't help but see that there's 2 people in this card and then there's 2 elephants in this card. So something shocking could occur in Cancer season. Or this could also be saying, I mean, this is in reverse, so it could be saying that like the destructive times are behind you and now's an opportunity to rebuild with a strong foundation. However that looks like for your personal situation, it's like there's an opportunity now here to rebuild and soften, bring more tenderness to something and bring a lot more balance and sturdiness to a situation in your life. All right, is there anything else that I want to say? No, I think that's really it. So that's a look at your Cancer season, guys. As I said, in a couple of days, if you're interested in something more in depth, the Cancer season reading will be on Patreon, where we break down love, we break down career and finances, and we break down spirituality as well. The reading usually goes for roughly 45 minutes to an hour per pile. So it's very in-depth and it's they're quite enjoyable to do as well. I get to the nitty-gritty, which is fun. I'm someone that I don't like to leave things unanswered in my readings. I like to get all the details. So yeah, they're really cool for me to do. But anyway, I might see you over there in a couple of days. Otherwise, take care, guys, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. Hi, group 3. I hope you guys are doing well. You guys have chosen the key charm, and we're going to get into your messages for today in regards to the predictions for your Cancer season. So we're going to start with the Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reid, and we're going to get some Oracle cards, and then we'll clarify with tarot and get some deeper messages. And don't forget that if you enjoy this and you want to have an in-depth look where we break down your love life, your career and financial life, and your spiritual life in depth in like a 45-minute to an hour-long reading, you can check out my Patreon, which I'll link below. The top 2 tiers, so the Obtrusive package and the VIP package, have access to a monthly zodiac reading where I break down those sections into a lot of detail, so we get all the answers. But for now, let's just get into the general look at what your month is going to be looking like for Cancer season. So this is for group 3. Oh, and we also, in group 1 for the feather pile, there was a key standing out in one of the cards, and I found it quite interesting. And I thought, I think I said in group 1 that maybe the piles may link, so it'll be very interesting to see if this reading links with pile 1 at all. If it does, I'll advise, and then you may find it beneficial to watch both piles. So I'll let you know. All right, so we're moving on to group 3 now, please, and we'd like to have a look at Cancer season predictions for group 3. So we've got number 1, Earth Magic. Cancer season predictions for group 3. came out, interestingly. Okay, number 22, Tender Embrace. So that card is the first repeating card that I've seen now, and that was actually in group 2. So that's very interesting that that's come out. It's almost like my guides are playing around with us and saying, well, maybe it links to group 2 now. Or maybe all 3 piles in together, who knows. Predictions for group 3 is Cancer season, please. I almost took that one, but I'm probably going to regret it. I should have just trusted my intuition and taken it. That's me overthinking during Mercury retrograde. Cancer season predictions for pile 3, please. Oh, that's a bit naughty. There's 2. Come on, you just need to give me 1, please. It happened again. Okay, this time I'm taking it. Oh, and look what it is. Seeing Beyond. Number 36, Seeing Beyond. Very interesting that I just had to use my intuition to pick that card, and it's a card of the third eye and seeing beyond. So what have we got on the bottom? Number 38, Endless Possibilities. So we have 11 here. 3 and 8's 11. And when it's a master number like that, you don't break it down any further. You just leave it at 11. So we've got 11, 22, we've got another 1. So 11, 22 showing up again, which also showed up. It also showed up in pile 2 as well. So maybe there is a link between all 3 piles, perhaps, this reading. I don't know. But we'll get more information, obviously, to find out. But for now, I'll break down the cards that we have in front of us. So the first card is Earth Magic. So I really associate this card with just finding time to get grounded, get your feet in the earth, and finding inspiration from nature. Like you can see there's almost like this invisible energy coming up through the ground here. Like it's almost like a ribbon, and it comes up and it wraps around her legs. It's like her inspiration is coming from the earth. So I feel like in Cancer season, it'll be very helpful for you to be doing things like that, like taking off your shoes and going for a walk in the grass or the sand or things like that. I feel like it's going to help, first of all, release any restless energy, but then absorb that calm energy where you might get inspired or motivated to create or do something. I also associate that card with being present. So Cancer season, you're going to need to get very present. It almost looks like there's a little bit of a storm brewing there. So maybe getting really present and grounded will help prepare you for something to come. But then we move over to Tender Embrace. I'm just going to have a quick sip of water, guys. Sorry. Okay, so Tender Embrace. So this card, even though it's 2 elephants, this card can represent coming into harmony with oneself and coming into like that harmonious union with yourself within your light and your dark, or your light and your shadow aspects, and kind of embracing yourself as you are and knowing that you are okay as you are. Everybody has a light and a shadow side, and funnily enough, those that embrace it probably have a lot more control over it. So I think it's time for you to just embrace yourself as you are in Cancer season. So you might be finding yourself kind of becoming more accepting of yourself. The more grounded and more present that you do get, I feel like you will become more accepting of yourself. So maybe you're someone that is normally quite hard on yourself. Maybe your inner dialogue can be a little bit harsh, or quite a critic, but I feel like that's going to soften and you're going to bring more of a tenderness about your energy. This card can represent a relationship coming together or closening. So if that could be on the cards for you, then take it as it resonates, but we'll look more into that card and see if it's more of an inner thing or if it's more of a relationship thing soon. Seeing beyond, pretty self-explanatory. This is like seeing beyond reality, seeing through illusions, excuse me, and seeing things from your third eye. So for like I guess for the truth, seeing beyond the reality and seeing through to the truth. Especially when we've got bottom of the deck as endless possibilities, I feel like this is also acknowledging that beyond this reality, there are forces that can help you discover like unlimited potentials, endless possibilities, endless pathways, endless options. Like you can literally create whatever you want in your life if you co-create with the universe. If you do the inner work and you get into that high frequency, then the possibilities are literally endless. You can create whatever you want to create. You can manifest whatever you want as long as you're in that high frequency. You know, you're living through your heart space. You know, if you're in that right energy, you can literally create anything. So I feel like Cancer season is possibly a month where you're starting to see beyond illusions. You're starting to see beyond your own limitations. You're starting to see beyond your reality in general, and you're starting to possibly narrow more in on what you want to do or create or be in your lifetime. So I'm going to go into the tarot now. We've got the Rider-Waite. And we'll go into each card on its own to get some more, I suppose, clarity on the messages, and to just take them a little deeper, find out anything that I've missed. All right, so this is for Group 3's Cancer season. Can you tell us some more about earth magic, please? Oh, geez, hold on a minute. That's far too many. I never take more than probably 2. Okay. So we've got the Sun in reverse here. So there could be a challenge or a delay of some kind during Cancer season where you have to sort of just pause and take some time out to overcome. So yes, I spoke about that storm brewing. So that storm is representing a challenge in your life, and getting grounded and stable is your best way to overcome this challenge. So yeah, this is that delay or that storm, so to speak, that is brewing for you, but I do feel like you're overcoming it. Let's go deeper. Sometimes I feel like, you know, with the Sun card, I look at this as like a temporary pause on like your happiness, like yeah, I suppose that's the best way to describe it, like a temporary pause in your happiness. So like there's a sudden interruption where you just have to stop and just get grounded, get present, and logically think your way through it, but also figure out what your intuition's trying to tell you and where your intuition's trying to guide you. It's like that message in one of my decks about balancing spirituality and practicality. I think it's my Moonology Oracle. It's like listening to your intuition. I suppose that kind of makes sense, but your intuition. Listening to your intuition and then taking practical steps to follow it or make it manifest. What else can you tell us about earth magic? Can you tell us anything about the setback? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups. Well, the Eight of Cups represents walking away or moving on from something. Usually it does involve returning back, like there's something stable to return to, and it can represent kind of going on a journey of self-discovery and then returning back to these cups later. So what I'm feeling with this is like perhaps the challenge has already happened and now you're coming out of the challenge, and what this challenge is that you're having to leave behind something relatively stable, or like a comfort zone, or something that was okay, but you needed to go and do some self-discovery or some healing, or you needed to go and learn something or do something in order to return back to this later. So for argument's sake, let's say it's a relationship. I mean, it is cups here, so it does involve emotions. You know, let's say you're in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with the relationship. It's a good relationship, but there's inner work that you have to go and face, or something like that. You know, if it's a job, maybe you need to go away and you need to learn some more skills so that you can come back to this job and level up. Just some suggestions that you can start off with, but take it how it resonates, of course. Can I get one more for Earth Magic, please? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. It's like you can't invest yourself into something fully at the moment, and you're going to do some healing or some work or some self-discovery during Cancer season, or you've already done it and you're going to be making some progress during Cancer season, something along those lines. And you could be at any stage along this. Like some people may have already left a relationship and have begun the journey of self-discovery. Some people that may be the challenge coming up in Cancer season, is realizing that you need to go on this journey because you can't invest yourself at the moment, and going to work on that inner union with yourself, and then coming back to apply yourself to that relationship later on, or, you know, job situation, whatever that is. It does look like, though, you're definitely taking time for yourself. So let's have a look at Tender Embrace. Oh, is that? Okay, these might be the three here. Let's take them. Okay, let's see how we go. Tender Embrace, Three of Cups. So, yeah, you could be, this is a card of like celebrating. It can be a card of partying, drinking, having fun. You could be just trying to bring a lot more fun and sort of, yeah, just trying to like have fun, play a bit more to help this union with yourself. It seems like it's kind of a time, yeah, Six of Pentacles. It's like you're pulling your energy back and investing in yourself and lifting your own vibration. So having fun, catching up with friends, doing social things that raise your spirits or raise your cups. The Six of Pentacles, yeah, giving back to yourself. So I feel like you've probably been giving or over giving to something for some time, and now you're like, no, my scales have tipped. I need to give back to myself. You know, I'm not spiritually in tune. I can't hear my intuition. I've lost touch with myself. You know, I need to go and find that inner union. I need to get out of my shadow side or my depression, my dark space, and I need to find my light again. I need to get that back into balance. So that definitely makes sense. So I do feel like this is more of an inner union with self, an inner union of your yin and yang, an inner union of your light and dark, your good and bad, accepting yourself as a whole. So we're going to move on to number 36, Seeing Beyond. What can you tell us for group 3 about seeing beyond? Oh, King of Wands. Okay, so I think it was meant to be in reverse. And I kind of went to turn it without really thinking. Because this would make more sense to me, is like seeing beyond ego and desire and material possession to seeing your real truth. So let's get some more cards to try to clarify or better explain that message. Seeing beyond. Can you help us with seeing beyond, please? Okay. So I'll just show you the bottom of the deck first. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so we've got Judgment reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So let me just absorb these energies here. Okay, so what I feel like this is that so the King of Wands in reverse can be like someone that's a little bit in their ego and a little bit stuck in there. You know, they can be a little bit impulsive, or they can be like, it's just someone basically like more in their shadow energy, and they're more focused on like, you know, things like instant gratification, or you know, fulfilling their desires, and yeah, just their values are a little bit mixed. So what I feel like this is kind of getting out of that position in Cancer season. And because I feel like your ego kind of kept you back from almost like speaking your truth, because this is a card of communication, and then Judgment is like, you know, truth, reconciliation, judgment calls. You know, this person's like fully announcing something to all these people. And I feel like holding back your truth, or like not communicating your truth, interfered with something in some way. It's like you were too in your ego to, first of all, maybe even acknowledge or see the truth, let alone communicate it. So it's like you had to figure that out first, because how can you discuss your truth when you don't even quite know what it is, if that makes sense? Like, you had to go away and figure out yourself and things like that, you know, give back to yourself. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that can be someone that's not giving enough to themselves. They're not really seeing their self-worth. Or it can even be someone that's being a little bit selfish or self-centered, and perhaps in denial about it, or not realizing it as well. So take that as it resonates. I'm not saying that every single person watching this is self-centered or selfish, but if you know that you have a tendency to take on that trait when you're not in your best energy, then that could be something to just be conscious of. I also feel like giving back to yourself and investing a lot in yourself, and growing that self-worth and confidence again, is going to open up a lot of possibilities for you in your life. So I guess your goal in Cancer season is to get yourself into the upright Queen of Pentacles, who is someone who gives a lot to herself. She knows her self-worth, but she also has a lot to give others. She's got a lot of wisdom. She's got a lot of caring, kind energy. But she's also someone that's very independent, and she holds it down. So that looks like what's on the cards for Cancer season for you guys. I'm just kind of looking to make sure I've got all the messages here. Yeah, I think in a nutshell, Cancer season is just all about giving back to yourself, lifting your vibration, exploring your shadows in order to free yourself of whatever's keeping you stuck there, in order to kind of like rebalance your light and dark sides. Finding your truth and then communicating your truth, seeing beyond reality and opening up endless possibilities by just nurturing yourself back to your best vibration and your best self. All right, so that's your message for Cancer season, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and comment if you have enjoyed it. Let me know if it resonates for you, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye, guys.